Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Real Live Perspective Show. It is July 7th, ladies and gentlemen, on a wonderful Friday evening. Hope everyone is doing fantastic out there. How was your week? Our main topic of fun today is what's your top three movies? If you got top three, I know it's kind of hard to throw out three of them, but if you can, so let me know. Let's get ready for those. Get those prepared and ready. Let's take a look here. Oh, right. So, first thing let's chat about is our top. Let's go through the top weekend box office hits like we always do, just for the smell of it. Let's present here. So we have. There we go. We got Indiana Jones coming in first place for this past weekend for 60.4 mil. We have Elemental coming in second at 12.1, and that's for 3 weeks. Third, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 12.0, and gross is 340.4. No hard feelings. I got no hard feelings. How about you? You got hard feelings? I got soft feelings. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest with you, but I'm feeling it. Transformers: Rise of the Beast, we got 7.4 million, and that's a gross of 136.5 mil over 4 week span, and all the rest, it don't matter because it's all about them top five. Oh, it's all about them top five, baby. It's all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most watched games on Twitch. The reason why I always go with Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, is because I do a Twitch stream at 10:30 p.m. on Friday nights, and that is the Real Life Perspective late night show, where we watch old Are You Afraid of the Dark movies. So make sure you check that out. Top 5, we got Diablo 4. Number 4, we have Valorant. Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 2, Rust. I don't know if anybody can like Rust. And then number 1, Dota 2. I don't know what Dota stands for. Is Dota an acronym? Dota 2. I need to know about this stuff. I'm not a huge gamer, but I like to let you people know just in case you are into gaming. These are the top 5 on Twitch right now. So, and now you know that. All right. Well, what else is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, I'll tell you what's going on. We got somebody waiting in our back room. Backstage here. Let's take a look. Let's see who it is to make sure there's no strangers, because we don't want no stranger danger up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay. Okay, this guy's cool. He knows the high sign. Wrong sign, Porky. He knows the high sign. I got $1. I got $1. I got $1. Hey. Let's bring on my good buddy and pal who's joining our show as always keeping me company. Because I got lots to talk about with this guy. You all know him from his fabulous YouTube series, Trumpet Master 77 BBQ, with all of his tasty treats and deliciousness. Well, without further ado, we're just going to bring on the good friend of mine, Mr. Trumpet Master 77. Welcome to the show, sir.
How's it going?
What's up, buddy? Just trying some new things here. Just trying to work up some, introductions and just play around a little bit,
I dig it, man. I like that intro that you had going on. That's pretty awesome.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, dude. Hey, yeah. What's going on? How was your week, sir? Let's start with that.
Well, let's start with the week. The week was just weird. 4th of July
Hmm.
is on a Tuesday. Um, I took a floating holiday on Friday. I worked from home Monday. Back to work Wednesday. Today was the longest day of the week, and it felt like this past weekend was like 2 weeks ago. It was just kind of weird, man. And then I got home today, grilled out some fajitas, wrapped them in foil, let them rest, and then, man, dude, I actually just took a nap. I was out like I took like a 30-minute power nap.
Good.
I was gone, man.
There goes the
Then
planet.
then I got up and I sliced up the deliciousness of the fajitas
Mm.
and I wrapped them back up, and then wifey got home from work and now she's putting everything together.
Did you guys have
And
beef and chicken fajitas or what? Both.
no, just the beef.
Just the beef. You know where the beef's at. Where's the beef? It's at your house. Right on, man. I hear you. It was such a weird week throwing that holiday on a Tuesday. What is going on with that? I don't know. What's up with this? I guess because we passed the Aztec calendar, we're just moving, going into overtime
Is that
here.
why? Yeah, that must be why I felt so vicious earlier this week.
Yeah, I didn't sleep well Tuesday night. So Monday
Oh
night
my
was
god!
great.
Yeah, that night that you said you couldn't sleep, like not last night, but the night before, I woke up at 3 a.m. I
Mm.
could not go back to bed,
Yeah,
and it was
it's,
horrible.
so let me ask you this. So this is what happened to me. I don't know. I'm just curious if this happens to you. So Monday night was great. It was fine. We saw some fireworks. I got my drone up in the air and flew some fireworks over right across the street over here. But I was so mad because it just kind of ended abruptly. Like, well, where's the finale? And everybody just took
Oh,
off and left. And I pulled in my drone and we're walking back to the house. And as soon as we get to the front door, the finale goes off, and there's just fireworks just blowing up everywhere, and it looked amazing. It just would have
wait a
been
minute. What show was this? Was this the HEB show?
no. This was
Yeah, because they don't even do it over there anymore.
no. They do something out here called a Liberty Fest, and it's normally way down the road off of Crystal Falls area. Well, what through the grapevine, what I heard was that it they had some construction going on and they never didn't finish it, so they had to move it to this other park because
Hmm.
it used to always be right down the street at the bus stop. You know, the
Yeah,
bus
yeah, yeah.
station down there. It used to always be there, and we just walk across the subdivision and check it out at the. We had a big old dirt empty lot that everybody would just pull up in. We just hang out every year. It was awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then they moved it down the road to Crystal Falls, and then because they didn't finish the construction, they moved it to our local park, right across the
No,
basically right
yeah, I
across
know.
the street from
Yeah, I
us.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And anyway, so they had some kind of malfunction because I talked to some people the next day who went to it, and they said, yeah, there was a malfunction, and then there was like the 20-minute delay or whatever. And then, but
Mhm.
man, I wish I would have got that drone up there because this is, for one, it's the closest this has been here in a while to the house to where
Mhm.
I could fly the drone. And then two, but man, I just would have made it for a great. I don't know if you had a chance. Did you see my fireworks video? I don't know if you had a
Yeah, I
chance to check
did.
it
I
out.
did.
Yeah, it's okay. It was okay. Like I said, but if that finale would have gone off, man, it would have been.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would have been kind of
epic.
cool to see.
You should have seen it. And we saw
Uh,
some over in your neck of the woods just from afar. They had
oh
to
my
been,
goodness, man! It
yeah,
was a freaking war zone in my neighborhood. Complete
yeah.
war zone in my neighborhood. Yeah, there was. I
Maybe
mean,
that's what
there
we
was
saw.
everything just popping. Backyard, front yard. We were sitting out front, just catching them. We had some, little stuff that we were doing out front too. And man, but like neighbors went all out, dude. It was crazy. It was like
Okay,
everybody down the street had a finale show, and they
it,
would like
neighbors.
take
I
it
didn't know if
turns.
maybe your subdivision went nuts, and your maybe your local town does that. At your subdivision. No, that wasn't
Oh
you.
no, no,
I mean,
it
it
was
might have
just
just been from your subdivision going nuts.
yeah, it was just everybody popping their own stuff.
Wow. How about that? How about that?
How
How
about
about
that?
that?
How
Uh,
about that?
so yeah, Tuesday came around and we had a great day doing our 4th of July, just chilling out. I forget what all we did. I think we went to the pool. We did a couple other things. That's about it. And then, but that night, people just wanted to blast off fireworks at 11:30 at night. I don't get it. It's like, well, everything was going on Monday. Why
Oh,
couldn't you just blow them off then? So
yeah.
that
It shut down. It shut down at a decent time out here. They probably. I went to bed like at 10 that night,
oh, okay.
and I think it probably maybe 30 minutes worth of scattered popping every now and then out there.
No, not here.
But for the
This thing
most
went
part,
off.
it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I was out.
Yeah. Yeah, not here. It went on for quite a while, and I didn't sleep well July 4th. And then Wednesday, like the day you were talking about the other day, 2 days ago, I fell asleep. And then I woke up about an hour after I went to sleep. And it was that feeling of a power nap where
Yeah.
you get as much rest as you felt like you needed. And so I could not go back to sleep. So you know what I did? I woke up. I woke up and went and had some milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies.
Some milk and cookies about midnight, and I watched Storage Wars on Pluto TV for about an hour, and just kind of just tried to make myself just get tired, and
Yeah.
and so pretty much all week, man. And then something else kept me up last night, and so it's been a weird week, dude, for sure,
Yeah,
man.
it's just 4th of July being on a Tuesday. It just messed up the whole week.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's did.
Weird. Yeah.
But it's all good. It's Friday night.
Yep. I mean, you already know what I do. I had a good, easy week, man. It was nice, super chill. I mean, it was really slow on the outside part of things. Had a lot of fun inside, just making some stuff, man. So first thing we need to talk about is, what are you drinking tonight? Are you drinking?
Yes, I still have some Estrella Jalisco's from last weekend.
Cool.
And I've got a handful of them before I pop open my Hefeweizen. I have some. I have a 4-pack of Hefeweizen.
Love it.
That I'm gonna crack open.
All right. So there was one stream you and I were talking about, and you're like, "Oh, we should be trading. You should be drinking this, and I should be drinking that." And I never heard what you had, and so I'm went to go pick up my typical red stripe because I'm okay. I had Pacifico 2 weekends in a row. I'm good. I'm set. I want to get something more on the lighter side of things, and they only had 1 6-pack of red stripe. Well, they had to go in the back and look for it, of course, because it's never on the shelf where I want it. But while I was looking, I grabbed this other thing. I said, "Oh, that's what he had the other night, and I gotta grab it." So I grabbed both.
You get some of these?
No, I didn't. They didn't have that. I didn't see that anywhere at my HEB. They must have been. I didn't ask for that. I was looking for it. I was gonna grab that, but what I wound up grabbing, sir.
Did you get the Pitmaster?
No,
I
grabbed
the Youngling.
The
Which one is that, the
Youngling Golden Pilsner.
I've never had that one. Is it good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's light, man. It's a nice, light, refreshing beer.
I've never had the Golden Pilsner. I've had the Youngling Classic Lager. I've had the Youngling Light, and I've had the Youngling Black and Tan. Those are the only 3 that I've had.
Oh, I had no idea there were others. I mean, I figured there were others, but this is no.
They also have a Youngling Hershey's chocolate. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying a 6-pack of that. I'll probably buy a single, see if I like it. But
I don't know if I can mix that kind of stuff, man. Like the chocolate and the milk and all that stuff. What was it that I saw the other day? Somebody had some kind of milk product with alcohol on it, and Hop Dotty sells bougie milkshakes, right?
Really?
Yeah, and somebody said they got it was some kind of chocolate whiskey. It went in with their And, nice.
They call it mudslide for a reason, baby.
Yeah. Good one, man.
That's exactly what it does.
Yeah, I grabbed this Youngling because you mentioned Youngling. I don't remember which one you had, but I wanted to save it for a surprise for tonight because
Yeah,
it says it's 6 generations of brewing Youngling. Is that how you pronounce it, Youngling?
yeah.
Golden
It's
Pil.
funny. It's funny because every time I see it, I'm like, I always think of Episode 3, Star Wars. He's like, the archives they found. What's this?
Return of the.
They found
Oh,
Anakin in the archives,
what?
killing younglings.
Oh, yes. Golly.
I call it youngling, and I know that's probably not the right way to say it. It's probably something like youngling
Well,
because I don't know how to pronounce beer names. I mean, I'm Hefeweizen.
you get as close as you can and you have some fun with it. So,
Yeah.
it's great. So anyway, so that's what I'm drinking tonight. It's good, man. I like it. It's pretty light, which I've been looking for. It's got a little bit more body than your typical Mick Ultra or Budweiser, Bud Light. I mean,
Yeah, I'll
because
have to pick that one up, man.
yeah, it's pretty. It was on the dry shelf. It wasn't in the cold
Yeah. Was that
section.
over HEB?
Yeah, my HEB over here. I don't know which one you still. Which one do you go to? Do you
I still
split
go
it?
to that one. I still go to Plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, I go to both, but when I'm gonna go buy something to cook for the weekend, that's the one I'm definitely going to is the Plus one.
Mm,
So I go to that one. Well, I guess only because I'm so used to going. The other
yeah.
one, the one on 29 is just as far away as that one from my
Mm.
house. So I'm like
But
the midway point here.
that's cool. I did
Yeah.
you see? So there's a little mini store out there by the gas station, right?
Oh
At that
yeah,
new one.
yeah. They have fantastic tacos.
See,
I
oh
go
really?
there.
Do they
Yeah,
really?
I go
Okay.
there on the way home. Like I'll swing up in there, and then because they stopped serving tacos like 12 or 1 or something like that. Uh, but sometimes you get there, there's still a line, and I'll get them my order and I'll order them up. Man, they've got a really good thing going on. Have you been to there?
No,
Yeah,
but the reason why I bring that up is because my one over here, they renovated the little gas thing where you pay,
yeah.
and
I got gas there last weekend, and I don't want to wait. Was it when? What day was it that I got gas? Oh, it was on the 4th. It was on the 4th. I got gas there at the HEB Plus, and they made it just like the new one. They've got these huge iPads out there at the
yeah, yeah,
gas
yeah.
pump, and I'm
But
like
but,
checking the
but
weather, checking the
did you see the
traffic.
booth though, where the tenant sits? The it's wrapped around. Um, it's wrapped around. Oh, hold on. We got somebody new in here. How goes the show from Lantercast Vids? All
Looks like we
right,
have a Green Lantern fan.
all
The Green
right.
Lantern fan.
What's going on, buddy? I wonder if this is the guy, Lantern Cast Vids. I met a guy at the Great Arson Comic Con, and this could be. Forgive my short term memory. If this is you, let me know, and I'll toss the StreamYard link in the chat, and you can join us if you're interested. Welcome, Lantern Cast Vids. How goes the
Yeah.
show? We're just rocking and rolling here. Just we're talking about our
Welcome.
local HEB. So what I was saying was that they have this new banner wrapped around the booth of the where the tenant sits, and it says come inside, or like they got the commercials, the little ads playing on the new where you pump the gas,
Yeah.
and it says come inside for hot dogs and nachos and pizza, and then it even has it wrapped around on the little booth. And so I walked up there, I said, hey, you guys got any hot dogs in there? And they're like, you guys got any hot dogs in there? And
I
I said,
did. I didn't even
no.
notice it. I didn't notice it.
Oh, look, Leonard Katz. This is me. Haha, nice to meet you. The guy that also has the Creative Credit podcast too. Yeah, so this guy is super cool. We ran into each other at Great Austin Comic Con, and I think we met in the Lego booth. My kiddos were digging through looking for just looking at all the cool stuff. We wound up getting some Ninja Turtles and He-Man stuff. But we met there and we traded information. And I was like, "Hey, man, you need to come join up on the chat sometimes, or even come on stream and tell us about everything that you're doing, man, and give yourself some promo because Always like to support local, other local, podcasters and vodcasters and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, cool. Welcome to the show. Yeah, let me know if you're interested. How do I? So we can make him a moderator, right? Let's see.
Yeah, you can. You can do it on the YouTube, and you'll have
you
to
have to do it on the YouTube.
The 3 dots.
Yeah. So if I wanted to share StreamYard link with him, I can just toss it in the chat, right?
Yeah, you can drop it in the chat. He can click on it
here
and jump on.
I'm not going to say your name. I know you told me your name, but I don't like to air out people's business on the internet. So there's the StreamYard link. If you're interested, man, hop on in and join the video chat with us, and feel free to hop on.
Yeah, come hang out, drink a beer.
Yeah, man, we're sipping on some delicious younglings. First time trying these golden pilsners, and my buddy over there, Trumpet Master, he is sipping on some.
I'm about to go and crack open some Hefeweizen here in a minute. I'm gonna go get my Hefeweizen glass.
Yeah, we can get this party started. Brew. Okay, it's time for the first quote of the night. My movie trivia. We got to get that going. Are you ready? First movie quote of the night. Well, first, get your top 3 movies ready. You got your top 3 movies ready, Trumpet?
Well,
I know it's hard. I know it's
that top 3 of all time of all kinds of different deals.
Yep.
I mean,
genres, I got my favorite right now. 3? Just think of your top 3 right now. You know what I mean? Just my top 3 right now. I got mine lined up, ready to go. Okay,
damn, that's gonna be tough.
I know. Lantern,
because my favorite movies go everywhere.
Yeah, well, just the first 3 that come to mind, you can do that. That's what I always like to do. That's what I always say. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Because
I'm gonna have to write them down as I think of them.
Yeah, just think of them. You can't answer right now. But our first quote of the night, and feel free to leave these in the comments in the chat of your answers. First question of the night is: You had me at hello. You had me at hello. We got some movie trivia, 90s. We got some 90s movie trivia. So there you go. Let me tell you something. I've been seeing these. I keep forgetting to bring it up in our live streams because we always have just so much fun talking about whatever. I've been seeing these things all over my shorts streams and on Instagram. It is the Funko 25th anniversary. So, it's the 25th anniversary. So, I want to just give a shout out to Funko for having their 25th birthday. I'm seeing all kinds of celebrities giving their little shout outs and everything. So, we got to go with that. We got somebody backstage. Give me Chad, I see you got your title on there. Chad, give me a thumbs up whenever you got your audio and everything set up, ready to go. Okay, cool. All right, Trumpet. We're gonna add this is my first guest, man, besides yourself. So we're gonna add this. Yeah, so this will be
fun. You, man, the channel will grow. You just gotta be consistent.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Man. So Chad, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Chad from the Lantern Cast Vids stream podcast. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Real Life Perspective Show, Chad.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, Chad. Good. Welcome young man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. So, first question we always like to ask you is, how was your work week?
As of right now, I still got about 3 minutes left in it, but
oh snap!
Well, it's Friday and things are winding down anyways, so who cares?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Mom's the word. Mom's the word. I won't tell anyone. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, so Chad, you and I ran into each other at I always know the name Chad because that's my brother's name, and it's really easy to remember for me anyway. But yeah, so I checked out some of your stuff and listened to a little bit, and you've had some like comic book artists and stuff like that up on your channel. And so you've got a lot of stuff going on your end. So tell us the world about yourself and whatever you want to tell us. Love to hear about why you do that. I'm going to pull up some of your stuff here if you don't mind me kind of just giving you a little promo and pulling up.
While you do that, I've got you in my ears here, so let me go get another drink.
All right,
you're good. Of course.
Let's do it.
Appreciate the opportunity. I wasn't fishing for it. I just figured I'd listen to the conversation and join in and stuff like that. Wind down a little bit on this Friday, but hang on.
Let me ask you before you start.
Yeah,
I know you're technically still on the clock, but are you sipping anything tonight with us yet?
Not yet. No, not yet. I'm not much of a beer or like low alcohol content type of drinker. I do have several bottles of whiskey there, though, so I might crack in later on.
Beautiful. That's what we want to hear. There you go, man. Awesome. As long as you're gonna find, some kind of way to wind down, like you said. So give us your spiel, man. Let's hear a little bit about yourself. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, thanks. The Lantern Cast is a podcast as it about Green Lantern that's been on the air for 15 years this November. It started in 2008. Two guys just wanted to one of them wanted to listen to a podcast about Green Lantern, and because none existed, he found somebody and they made one. I was a listener very early on, and eventually became somebody who was writing in with lots of questions, and then eventually had couple of segments I helped them with, and then became a co-host. And then once one of them had kids and got married and the other got tired of doing it, they handed the reins over to me and my co-host, which we've been doing it for longer than the guys who originally started it did it. So we have well over 500 episodes.
Wow. Is this you right here?
That's us.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I got the right one. Cool, man. So you've been doing it for 15 years. That is amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
15. That is commitment, my friend. Good for
15 you. 15 years. All in total. Obviously, I started more as a listener and a fan and stuff, and then became more involved as time went on. But I started listening roughly around the time it started. So I've been involved in some way with the Lantern Cast since the day it started. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've got all kinds of.
Yeah. So tell me, what kind of stuff do you talk about? I know, is it all Green Lantern stuff, or do you just you talk about all kinds of fun stuff, or what are you? I know you specialize obviously in Green Lantern. Looking at your cast here, but so tell me, like what all goes on here.
Yeah, we do all kinds of stuff. Obviously, current issue reviews for the stuff that's currently being released. We'll look back and go at some of the older stuff. We'll come up with some cooler, crossovers with other podcasts. We just wrapped up GL June, which is us crossing over. We had decided to cover a Green Lantern event from the year 2000 called Circle of Fire. And we covered some of it, and then another podcast, Emerald Echo, covered some of it. Podcast of Oa, also about Green Lantern, covered some of it. And then our friend who has a YouTube channel called Mosaic Comics, he then finished the whole thing. So you had to listen to all four of us to get the full picture. So we spread the love around for sure with the other Green Lantern podcasts that are out there when we have the chance. We also interview creators. We just had Philip Kennedy Johnson on not too long ago talking about his there you go, right there, talking about how he's got the backups currently in the Green Lantern series, but then he'll have his own series. That backup's going to evolve into a mini pretty soon here, I think in September or October. So
very cool. So tell me, why Green Lantern? Why what does he tickle your fancy? Give me some give me some juice here. Tell me why you love Green Lantern so much. So
I was, not the first time I've been asked the question, obviously, but I've come to recently understand. It's kind of wish fulfillment in a way. I was born in '87, so I'm 36 now, and as a kid, I was, as a lot of us geeks were, fairly put upon and stuff like that. I wasn't necessarily violently thrown in lockers or anything, but I was definitely an outcast. and feeling less than makes you always want to be more than as you grow up, you know. So some of my favorite characters actually are not characters are characters where the power is something that happens to them. So for instance, Green Lantern, you don't have to be from an alien planet, you don't have to be affected by tragedy and devote mind, body, soul, and billions of dollars to becoming the ultimate weapon and detective. You don't have to be struck by lightning and chemicals simultaneously. You just have to be capable of overcoming the things in life that hold you back. That's all it takes to be a hero. And I thought that was cool. Same thing with like Venom, symbiotes of, you know, in the beginning, was Eddie Brock a good dude? Probably not, but we've learned a lot about Eddie Brock over the years. And you know, one day an alien symbiote can come out of nowhere and make you more than what you were. Ragman, which is a character not a lot of people are familiar with from the DC side, but I love Ragman. He is it's a family heirloom. It's a responsibility passed down from generation to generation to generation, and it's all about how you can use it to protect people. So Thor, yes, he's a god, but if you think of like Thunderstrike or Beta Ray Bill or some of the others, you know, somebody who, you know, their hammer, you know, whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. And that "if he be worthy" line was, if it all it takes to be a hero is to be worthy. Eric Masterson, known as Thunderstrike, was just a single dad working construction who stumbled across the hammer one day. He was nothing out of the ordinary. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, you said Thundercast. Is that what you said earlier?
Oh no, Thunderstrike.
Thunderstrike. I'm sorry. That's my favorite AC/DC song.
Thunderstrike. Yeah, that's a good one.
Just kidding. That's my dad joke. That's my dad joke. It's Thunderstruck, everybody. It's Thunderstruck.
Yeah, that's actually what I thought of when I heard him say that. Thunderstruck.
That's awesome, man. No, so it sounds like there's a lot of morality and just being kind of like Superman. You know, I mean, it's like Superman. I've always heard over the time he is, because he's the pinnacle. You know, he's like the center of, my opinion, the DC universe, because he was the very first poster boy for morality and being, you know, like you said, he's not your average Joe, but he's so what's the I'm trying to sound smart like you, but it's just not going to come out the same. But what I'm saying is he's such a good person on the inside, that he's so willing to just do the right thing for everything, and that's something we all want to aspire to be. Aspire to be, right?
His greatest power is his humanity, his kindness.
For sure, man.
The first Superman movie. They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way. For this reason, above all, I have sent them you, my only son. Their capacity for good. Like that.
Oh, that gave me goosebumps. That gave me. I got my hair stood up on the back of my neck with that line. Good one, man. That's an excellent line.
Yeah, that's a great line from that movie.
I need to go back and rewatch those. I haven't watched those since the '80s, man. On Betamax. That's the last time I watched those things. Because I remember Superman, was it 3 where he had to fight himself? Yeah. So that's what I remember. Part 3 where he just started becoming mean. He just was a mean dude, and then next thing you know, he splits himself, and then he just fights as Clark Kent, and then and then crush. Like, I remember him crushing they were in the junkyard, the big fight scene, and they crushes them, and then I guess he just eventually choked him out. But and then he just emerges as. So what was the symbolism behind that? I have to go back and rewatch it as a grown up to get it. But what do you think the symbolism behind it was?
What, for him himself?
Yeah, so he's defeating his demons, and then he's arising as being reborn when he's doing the chest opening as Clark Kent, from that scene.
I think it was their way of go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe he faced his demons and he came out stronger at the end.
Yeah, I think it's just a lighter version of something you would probably see today, like and like we saw in, I think, Man of Steel. in subsequent films involving Superman is like, it doesn't matter how good, how powerful, how much good you do. There's always going to be critics. There's always going to be people saying you're not good enough or that you have ulterior motives or whatever. So in the 80s, it was their kind of, I think, way of dealing with, the stress and the BS that comes with being a superhero, no matter how good you are. My favorite scene from Superman was always from the first one, and this one gets talked about a lot, so it's nothing unique. But Christopher Reeve as an actor, it's what, like, the tagline for Superman the movie, like the promotional marketing material was you will believe a man can fly. Like that was the material, but it wasn't just that he had to be a good Superman, he had to be a good Clark Kent. And the fact that you could watch that movie and believe that people could look at Clark Kent and not see Superman as being one and the same, that was such a great portrayal, because there's that moment where he goes, after he makes his first debut or whatever, he goes to her apartment on the roof. So she has this little interview and it talks about, how tall you are and stuff like that. And then he takes her flying, and then he drops her off as Superman and flies off, and the camera pans and comes back around to her front door, and Clark is there to pick her up for a date. And she goes, okay, I'm gonna go get ready. She's still very dazed from her flight with Superman and stuff like that. And there's this moment where he's standing there and she's off, and he takes off his glasses and he stands up straight, and his voice gets deeper, and he goes, Lois, I have something to tell you. And then she comes back out, and all of a sudden he goes, I mean, that is Lois. We really should be shoving off, so like it was all in the body language, and that was so fantastic.
Yeah, he was awesome, man. He was the best Superman forever, man. I remember that scene, where he just the funny banter back and forth of like, here's Superman over here. Oh, here she is over here. Like the double date with the same person kind of thing, Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's good stuff, man. Love it, man. Good stuff. Tell us about your creative credit this podcast.
Oh yeah, I don't use Instagram a whole lot. I probably should, since Twitter is slowly dying and imploding under Elon's own ego and weight.
Yeah, they just launched something completely new called Thread.
Yeah,
that piggybacks off of Instagram.
I just created a Threads account for LanternCast today, like just in case. I should do one for creative credit, but I just.
I'm thinking about doing it. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet.
What's the difference between creative credit and Lantern?
So if you click on the link to take you to the actual website, the creative credit. So with the LanternCast, it's been on the air for so long. I've been going to conventions for so long that I kept meeting really great artists and writers and different people from the industry. And the thing that kept happening is I'd be like, hey, I really love your work, but did you maybe ink an issue of Green Lantern in the 80s? So I have an excuse to bring you on as a featured guest for the LanternCast. And obviously not everybody's ever worked on Green Lantern. So I got really sick of that. And I decided, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I want to interview anybody I want from any walk of life in the creative comic book industry, whether they're writer, inker, letterer, editor, publisher themselves, doesn't matter. And it doesn't have to be DC, and it doesn't have to be Marvel. It can be any publisher, any creator. And I got the chance to I said, I'm just going to do this. So I created Creative Credit. It's harder to do, admittedly, because it's harder to link up with creators, get on their timeline. Sometimes they want you to go through the PR team and marketing and stuff, and especially with the big publishers, that can be a pain. But with this episode, other than the most recent two episodes, you and I met at Greater Austin, and then you have Hill Country. These are kind of clip shows. But the older episodes beyond that, 1 through 8, those are all, quote unquote, larger name creators with their own series out there being published by Boom or Image or any of the others. I got the Jason Leigh Howden, as you see on the screen there. He's a director. He directed Guns Akimbo, which was a great movie. There's also an indie film called Deathgasm that he directed, and stuff like that. Well, one of the very first episode I got a chance to do was to interview Steve the Dude Rude, one of the co-creators of Nexus.
Cool.
It's been a lot of fun. So I do a really deep dive into these people, their list of works, but also I watch their other interviews. I watch and listen to their other interviews. So I try to ask unique questions in the best way I can. Like, obviously, you still have to get through the whole how'd you get into comics and stuff like that. But I try not to ask the questions they get asked all the time. So
beautiful, man. Love it. Good stuff. Okay, so first quote of the night was "You had me at hello," and feel free if you know it. Don't say it out loud. Just kind of toss it in the comments or the chat. Chad, if you know it. Trumpet's already thrown his out there. It's time for question number 2. Okay, we've got just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. That's a movie quote number 2 / movie trivia question 2. So just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. If you know what that is, let me know.
I know both of those, but I don't know. Like, when you say it, I'm gonna be like, of course. But I like the line in my head.
I'm like that on the second one.
Yeah.
It would help if I probably do some kind of accent or kind of like act like the person. So I'll give you an extra hint here. So it's just when I pull. I can't do it. Just. I'm not Italian. I can't do it. I'm a Irish boy, man. I'm an Irish boy. I can't be acting like that. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. That's the best I got.
You know why I picture saying that is
somebody from Dumb and Dumber, probably.
No. Walken. Christopher Walken.
Oh, Christopher Walken.
I picture him saying that.
Okay.
I picture I feel like you're trying to mimic him.
He could have there's no doubt it's a famous line, so I wouldn't doubt it if they somebody did it like a mock of it somewhere in SNL or something like that. Because when I think of Chris, the first thing that pops in my mind is more cowbell. I got a prescription, and the only thing is more cowbell. This is the first thing I think of when you think of Christopher Walken. What's the first movie you think of? Trumpet.
What's that?
When you think of Christopher Walken, what's the first movie that pops in your head?
Joe Dirt. He was Joe Dirt.
I love it.
but
does your mother tell?
He was on a good movie, and it was a fantastic movie, and I don't know the name of it. Maybe you know what it is.
I do know what it is.
It was one of those nights. It was one of those nights where, like, you're trying to get just some sleep and you can't, and then you just turn on the TV just to watch whatever's on. And
Catch Me If You Can was a great one.
It was a great movie that he was in, and he was like it was about pool. It was hustlers playing pool, and he was one of the guys that was in it, but he wasn't one of the players. He was like one of the guys with the money saying, "Hey,
yes,
that's
Matt
my
Damon,
guy."
Matt Damon and Edward Norton.
Is that
was in it? That's John Malkovich.
I can't remember like who was acting in it, but I remember him in it. Oh, it was a great movie.
Was it the one where they take him, kidnap him?
I don't think so. It's about like a pool hustling kind of movie.
Pool Hall Junkies, according to
Is that
Google.
what it is? Where he's in it? I need to rewatch that, man, because
I never heard of it.
I saw the last 15 minutes of it, and I was hooked. It was great, man. It was great.
Do you remember him in Catch Me If You Can?
I need to write that down.
Yeah, it was his dad, right? He was Leo's dad.
2 little mice fell in a bucket of cream.
I like him. Wait, what was that movie? I think it was. Oh my God, he plays an orangutan, or like what I like to call is an orangutan. And and at the end he's singing, "You, I want to be you."
Oh, Jungle Book.
Yes, the Jungle Book. Yes. At the end when he's singing, "I want to dress like you. I want to drink like you.
classic walking voice. That's amazing. Love
Wait,
it.
what'd you say? The pool
Hall
hall
junkies.
junkies?
Yeah.
What about you, Chad? What's the first movie you think of when you think of walking?
Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
It's definitely
Yeah,
Catch Me If You Can.
I should have put that one together.
For the
yeah.
longest time, I used to get him and Angelina Jolie's dad mixed up. I used to get them two mixed up for some reason.
Voight. John Voight.
John Voight.
He's a funny guy too. Anaconda. Anaconda is what first thing I think of when I think of.
They don't buy it, huh? They don't buy it.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I'm still thinking about that. You had me at hello quote because I didn't know that that was what we were doing. Like the second one, just when I thought that was out, they pulled me back in. There has to be an action movie. So I'm like thinking of the action movies. That would be a big deal. Like, but I'm also running through like franchises.
I'm gonna put my answer in that one. It sounds like
it's a classic, guys.
Which, by the way, this is one of the greatest movies made.
From a video production standpoint, it was beautifully shot. It's a
which one? The one that I just dropped?
Oh, I don't know.
Or the one you're talking about?
Let me look. Oh, Heat. Heat's a great movie. Yeah, that's a great movie. That's a fantastic flick. No. But I will give you another hint.
Is this from an action franchise?
No.
Okay.
It's a franchise, but it's not an action franchise.
That's a tough one, man.
I'll give you a hint. You're onto it with Heat. I will give you that. You know,
it's not one of those guys. It's got to be one of those guys.
It's an actor from the movie Heat. That's all I'm going to say.
Maybe the Untouchables. Maybe.
Ooh. Warmer. I'm not. That's all I'm going to say. Stop it. But yeah. You're getting there, buddy. You're working through the 7 ways to Kevin Bacon.
You had me at hello though. Like I can see the scene in my head. Like I can't see the actors, but it's like it's a guy giving like an impassioned plea to this woman.
Yep. And
she's, like she interrupts him and like you had me at hello. Like she's the one who says it.
Yeah.
And
you got it. You got it in your head. You just got to figure out the title.
Yeah.
So
I gotta think of the movies that have the impassioned pleas.
So these are all 90s movies. So keep that in mind. Everything that I'm throwing out here is 90s flicks. That's what we've been doing the last few weeks is just 90s movie trivia. And because eventually I'll get back to some 80s stuff, but I was born in 82. So I remember a lot of 80s stuff, but whenever I go online and search for like great 80s movie trivia, I don't know half the stuff. I'm like, and it's just too complex. Like they go through like, what was Madonna's hairdresser in the movie? And like those kind of questions. And but one of the things just before you hopped on, Chad, what we were talking about was I keep seeing these ads or these videos of all these celebrities wishing Funko happy birthday. It's their 25th anniversary. I don't know if you have any Funkos, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Funko for a happy 25th birthday. And I'm going to show just a few of my Funkos really quick. If you want to do a little show and tell with us, feel free to grab them. But I've just got a few here that I keep on my shelf on display. Obviously, my first big 10-incher is He-Man. It's my big old 10-inch He-Man Funko. We all know him. You don't know that dude.
That's a bad boy. Oh, there's my favorite. He-Man.
Oh yeah, we gotta go. We gotta do the. Oh my God! Do a track.
And I try.
Yeah. Oh no, he says, and he prays.
No,
you know what we're talking about. You know what we're talking about, Chad?
I don't. Freaking hilarious, man. I can't believe they did that to my show, man. I can't believe somebody chopped it up like that.
But
they did great, though.
Yeah, they did great. It's memorable. It'll stick with me forever now. So somebody took some old He-Man master. Yeah. So Mike and I said, "Hey, yeah, yeah."
Yeah,
And
they
he's just
have him
like,
in the back. Yeah.
there's, that old song, Chad, that old song from the '90s.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey,
What's going on?
yeah, what's going on? Go
Yeah.
look up what's going on, He-Man on YouTube, and it will
Ugh.
it'll blow your
It's
mind."
horrible.
Yeah,
It's
I
horrible,
can't
man.
toss it on the screen because I get copy slapped
They
every
messed
time I
it up.
put anything on the back burner with videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
go look.
I definitely have Funkos. That one over there, that's Spider Punk from Across the Spider-Verse.
Mm,
That one over there.
yeah.
That is Batman and Joker from Sean Gordon Murphy's White Knight stuff.
Okay.
That's Godzilla up there.
Sweet, dude.
And then you can see a shelf right behind my head over there of some more, and then there's more back over there across the top. Those are all
Nice.
DC comics. And I don't know if you can, you can kind of see my phone, but there's this is my desk setup that I have here. This is what I'm recording with you guys from. You can see the stuff in the background, but in front of me, I can't position the camera right now that way, but those are all symbiote related Funko Pops.
Wow, what a collection, man.
Yeah, that's a
awesome.
massive wall in front of me right now.
That's awesome.
So cool. And I love speaking of your background, I love I'm guessing that's like a 5-disc CD player with cassettes and a radio built in.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm
That's
seeing
awesome.
there?
Yeah, and old school Jensen stereo speakers that I got when I was like 16, and they still work to this day.
Bro,
I never blew them out.
epic, bro. Good stuff, man. I love that retro stuff. That is so cool, man. I've got a ton of loose Funkos because when my firstborn came into this world, I was all about Marvel, and I just bought Funko after Funko after Funko, Marvel. So I've got a ton, but of course, kids play with stuff and they bang stuff, so they're all marked up and all that good stuff. But I kept a few of them for myself, like those 2 10-inchers. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so my biggest hero from Dallas Cowboys was, I don't know why, Jason Witten. I just liked him very much so, even with the toupee in his offseason whenever he retired for a minute. Did you ever see him commentating with the toupee? Anybody? I mean, it could have been his real hair, but it looked like a toupee to me.
There's one on the shelf I'm going to go grab, so let me turn off the camera.
Okay, snag it. Go snag it, man. And then this is my favorite one right here of all time. My favorite little guy, this guy. Who's that?
Bomb.
That's
Adam
Bomb. That is
I
Adam
have
Bomb.
the t-shirt. I have the t-shirt.
Oh, really?
Bomb. Yeah.
I've got to show you. I'm gonna
Adam Bomb t-shirt.
I'm gonna post it on Instagram. So that's what we did July 4th. We went swimming and then we went to my parents' house to go look through old photos. Dude, nice. I found some 80s photos. And that's one awesome. Of them, I'm gonna post it on Instagram. One of them.
Did you have Garbage Pail t-shirts on?
It was a school photo, a professional school photo from the 80s, and I was wearing a Garbage Pail Kids.
Which one was it? Just a whole bunch of them, or?
I gotta go back and but I'm pretty sure it's just your OG Adam Bomb on the front. You know,
that's awesome, dude.
And I'm like in preschool or something, kindergarten.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it. Oh, did you see my Instagram post that I posted right now? I'm gonna.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
you posted it like just now.
Right before the show. Let me pull it up for you because, dude, I got it in the other day, and I did an unboxing video because I had a little bit of time before.
Oh, the unboxing! I haven't seen the unboxing.
No, that hasn't happened. That premieres on Sunday. That premieres Sunday.
Okay.
But no, I this is a spoiler. But check this out. Check this out, man. I got this in, and then of course I had to go set it up with a couple of other friends of mine in the living room. Let me find it. How do I find I added it to my story. So I'm new to Instagram, so let's check it out. Okay. Now, how do I get this to stay on the screen? Let's pause it. Okay, here we go.
Just click on it. It'll pause it.
Got it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Shazam! Look at that.
Oh, cool.
So I got a
Yeah.
My Pet Monster in, and I
Is that
am
Teddy Ruxpin? You have a Teddy Ruxpin?
yeah, and I got his grubby. Look behind my head, right above my head. I
I
got
didn't know you had. Did I know that you had a Teddy Ruxpin?
he's been on my backdrop for a while now, but I mean, it could be small because of the screen you're probably looking at.
No, I think I did know that you have it because he doesn't work, right?
No, they don't work.
Something like yeah.
They're full on,
Just for show.
unworkable. But I don't. Yeah, this is for sure. That's what. That's what. I don't care if stuff works. I just like love. But I got
Yeah.
the My Pet Monster in today, and I am blown away on how huge he is, and I love it, love it, love it. I never had a My Pet Monster, but I always wanted one. And now that I'm a grown up, I went and bought one.
You gotta get yourself a My Buddy if you can find one.
Oh snap! Yep, I gotta get a My Buddy now. Oh, I never had
That's
a My
expensive.
Buddy either. Oh, good call, man. So, yeah, I got that in. I did an unboxing video of it today. That'll premiere later on. But I had to set them up all playing Nintendo, and I got the Toy Story. You got a friend in me.
Yeah.
I was looking for the old Saved by the Bell. What was the band that Saved by the Bell created with Zach Morris, and they're like
Zack Attack.
Zack and Sack. Yeah, I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it on Instagram. Like I was gonna add
It's Zack Attack, man.
That's it, man. I was gonna add the friends forever. I was
in the morning.
I was totally gonna do that, man. Totally gonna do that.
Zack
But,
Attack.
Anyways,
Back to the Funko. Cadillacs got to show a Funko.
what you got, Chad?
I have a Funko nobody else in the world has. This is me.
No.
Oh, cool.
One of our
one.
listeners made myself and my co-host into Funko Pops and sent them to us.
That's awesome.
Dude. How did they do that? Like a 3D printer, or can you like?
No, they got it's custom painted and everything. It's hard to tell because of the lighting in here, but like, yeah, like maybe I can.
How do you get a custom Funko Pop?
Yeah, there you go.
Somebody probably grabbed a. That's awesome, dude.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
I've seen ads like that. Now that I think about it, like on Instagram, like turn your buddies into Funko Pops or
Really?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Those bobble ads.
Yeah, this
Those
is one
bobbleheads.
where someone commissioned an artist they know to make this, and
That's awesome.
the box and everything. So
Wow,
it's really cool.
that's cool, man. It must be nice to have friends. I wish I had friends.
There is so much stuff in this apartment that I wish I could show people. Like it would take forever. I'd be taking stuff off walls and off shelves and stuff. But there's so many cool things in this apartment that I wish I could show people. I'm gonna have to do a YouTube video someday of just like all the cool stuff I own. It'll probably have to be split into several parts.
So that's what cool. I do. That's what I do on my little shorts, man. Is I put them on a little rotator and just showcase some of the stuff that I've got over the years. That's how I suggest doing it. If you're gonna make some shorts and hop on YouTube,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Do that kind of stuff. But that's awesome, man.
Yeah, like comic book guide to writing comics, signed by Denny O'Neil. That's just one of the books that's up here.
Dude, that's cool.
You've got a really nice collection.
I've got a whole ton of stuff that I wish I could show off. It would take forever. But probably one of my prized possessions is actually on my desk. And it's going to look very ordinary, but it's this. This is one of those, obviously, green.
It's a Green Lantern.
Yes, that you could have got at Academy Sports and Outdoors or something years and years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I became a fan of Green Lantern well after the man who created Alan Scott in the 40s, the original Green Lantern passed away.
I remember being a kid and my dad had Green lanterns like that, and they were operated by oil or some kind of fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And it had this little pump on it that you had to pump up.
Mm-hmm.
Does that one have the pump?
It's not a pump. This one is just you put the oil in and then you twist this to raise the wick higher or lower if it's burning too low.
And I remember the wicks were like little sacks. They were little baggies that he had to put over the flame.
No, this is something different. But this is The man who created Green Lantern in the 40s, Martin Odell, when he used to go to comic conventions, he would have little props that he would put on his tables to let people know he created Green Lantern. He would bring something like this around to one of his conventions. He owned like 3 or 4 of these things. This is awesome. One of the ones he owned.
Wow.
He personally owned. The people, because we've been doing the Lantern Cast so long, we're friends with the Nodell family, the family of the man who created Green Lantern, and they reached out and gave us stuff from their collection, including one of the Green Lanterns that the man who created Green Lantern owned.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, so I brag about it quite often, as I should, because of that particular piece. But it's right there. Very few things, because I work from this desk setup, very few things actually occupy the desk space, and that's one of them that's earned the space here.
So that's awesome.
But yeah, lots of really cool stuff in here. I'm trying to see if there's anything particular right around here that I could even pull, but probably a little too much.
Yeah.
So the topic for tonight was what? Something about movies?
What's your favorite top 3 movies of all
comic
time?
Book or just all time? All time.
Just of all time.
Well, number 1 and 2 like change places all the time. So it's The Maltese Falcon with Humphrey Bogart. And then there's it's surprisingly enough a Will Ferrell movie called Stranger Than Fiction.
I haven't seen that one.
It's one of his greater, like there's some comedy in it because it's Will Ferrell, but it's more of one of his more dramatic roles.
Yeah, I saw like one of his movies. It was Everything Must Go, and I thought that it was going to be kind of funny. And I guess in the beginning, maybe a little bit it was, but man, that was a depressing ass movie.
No,
Everything Must Go. Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen it, but the pitch for Stranger Than Fiction is he's an IRS tax auditor, just doing he has a very strict routine, and then one day he starts hearing a voice, and that voice is a woman narrating his life. And at one point she says, "Little did he know this seemingly innocuous event would lead to his ultimate death." And
wow.
Like it's a woman who is a very popular writer is writing a book about him, and he's hearing her voice, and it's all about his life moving up until that point. It's really good. And my number 3 favorite movie is Almost Famous.
It's a great movie.
Love
that movie. Haven't seen that in a minute. Hey, those of you just joining us, welcome to the Real Life Perspective Show. I'm going to give you a quick little recap. The first trivia question of the night was, you had me at hello. And our second question or quote of the night was, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. And now it's time for quote number 3. This is an easy one. Everybody knows this one. Even if you're not into pop culture, you got to know this one. Quote number 3 is, "You're killing me, Smalls."
That's easy.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law is a huge fan of baseball, and my nephew, who's 3 years old, watches that movie all the time.
That's a great flick. Classic. Yep. It's a good time. But I waited for you to get back, Chad, because you mentioned a bunch of symbiote stuff, and I know you probably already have this stuff, but my Funko, I got my Venom Deadpool here. I know you got this guy. Yeah, I could tell. I already know. Not impressed. Not impressed.
No, it's a cool one. There are actually 2 versions of that. There's a GameStop exclusive one, and then there's that one. I have both of them.
Okay. Okay.
They're really
cool,
me,
bro. Why you gotta one up me, bro?
No, all the symbiote stuff is so cool.
And I just like this exclusive, just Venom. I just like this simple Venom. I just like the old OG Venom. There was a time where we were watching. Have you seen the Disney Marvel Funko shorts that are on that are on Disney Plus.
I don't think so.
They were on Disney Junior, I think, is where I first saw them. But they're cool, little fun. It was they're all Funkos, so they're kid friendly, right? It was the first one I ever saw was Venom versus Deadpool, and it was great. And they don't do any talking, they just do all actions. Fun little shorts. They're like 3-minute shorts, but they're great because they're Funkos. Who doesn't like Funko animation? But I wanted to wait to show those to you. And then I've got this Office Space sticky notes guy. I just like him. I just thought he was cool. It's like Office Space is one of my favorites. You guys got a favorite Office Space quote?
Office Space quote?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
My favorite is... Oh, go ahead.
Man, what would be my favorite Office?
Or just one. It's just one. Just give me one. Just whatever spits out of your head.
Just whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to work this weekend. Yeah.
Say hello to Lumberg for me.
That's my stapler. That's my stapler.
Yeah.
Because not gonna work here anymore. That's sure. And then he says,
"You got a bad case of the Mondays? What the?" The bad case of the Mondays? He said that to you, really?
Get your ass whooped saying something like that. Because what did he say? He said, "I'll tell you what I do, man. 2 chicks at the same time." If you had $1 million, what would you do? But in my final Funko, I just want to show off real quick is my Pet Monster. I love My Pet Monster.
Cool.
Did you guys ever see the cartoon My Pet Monster or the movie?
I think I saw a cartoon like not long ago, but I do remember seeing that cartoon.
That cartoon was awesome, and the kid who actually was in the live action movie, who played the My Pet Monster, does the voice of the boy in the cartoon series, and the sister is the sister in the movie. So it's cool, man. It's really cool. Just joining. Here's the trivia. Oh, we got Trumpet Master throwing some answers up in there. Here's the trivia. Trumpet Master, it's the Sandlot. Oh, if you want to promote your channel, if you got a channel, you got any channels, make sure you toss Nightbot. Just type in real in the chat and give yourself some promotionals there. But you are here on a special day, Chad, because you're not aware of this, and nobody's aware of this, but Trumpet Master and I have started this project where we are going around and we are going on some adventures. Trumpet Master specializes in barbecue. If you're into barbecue, you got to make sure you check out his channel. So make sure you Trumpet throw your channel in there right now because
I dropped reel in the chat. I don't know if Nightbot's dropping it though.
Oh, come on, Nightbot. Don't be hating.
I think Nightbot fell asleep.
I don't know what's wrong with him. But dang, that's a bummer. I don't know why it's not. I gotta try to fix that.
Just wait, hold on. It says error. Try again on my end. What the heck? Let me try to.
Yeah, I grew up in Dripping Springs, about maybe a couple miles from the OG Salt Lick. So.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, the reason why I say that is we're doing this community broadcast. You know, Trump is really big into barbecue, but he's also a well-rounded individual. We just get along so well, and we have so much fun. And we started going out on these adventures where we do kind of a half barbecue and half pop culture thing. So I wanted to, I haven't told you this yet, but I, Trumpet, have finished the first, where'd he go? He ran off on me. Of course he's going to do this, right? Anyway, so we started these projects where we're trying to start a series, kind of a YouTube series where we go out in the city and have some fun. and do all that kind of fun stuff. And so, anyways, I was gonna tease a little bit of the second episode. We teased a little bit of the first episode. You know what?
Yeah, I know. I was listening.
Oh,
I
okay.
was like,
okay.
yes, I gotta see it, dude. I gotta see it.
So I wanted to save it for a surprise because
I mean, don't play like the whole thing, but tease a little bit of it.
Yeah, I'll just play the first couple of minutes or so. So,
and this is the second episode.
This is episode 2, and it's just gonna get funnier and sillier. So, a little background: we were on such a sugar high. We stopped by this snow cone stand, and we were on such a sugar high.
It was horrible.
It was amazing, though. The content we grabbed.
I haven't seen any of it. I haven't seen any of it.
I'm waiting to hold off for this. So, hold on. Let me do a sound check. Let me make sure
you finished it though. You finished the second episode.
Yeah, I finished.
Nice.
So,
I know that was a project, man. That had to be a project.
It was quite a bit. I've been kind of working my butt off on it, but I need to get I need to get some of my own content finished, but I wanted to get this one done under a belt because we got some other things lined up as well. But anyways, here's a little bit of, can I full screen that? Yeah. Here's a little bit. Let me make sure you can hear it. Can you hear it?
Oh, delicious.
Is it coming through?
I'm wearing lipstick, man.
No, you're not. It just looks that way. You just got the snow cone tongue.
That snow cone, man. I can't believe that snow cone did me like that, dude.
I tried to put some color correction on it, but all I see is the tongue, man. I don't see anything.
That's awesome, man.
But can you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, here's a little bit of teaser. This is kind of what we're doing, Chad. Here we go.
Oh, delicious. These are some delicious snow cones. So icy. Man, I sure could go for a Hefeweizen.
That's awesome, dude. You're gonna have to send me that, man. I gotta see it.
I will. I had to wait till the night.
That's the perfect theme song too, man.
I found this whole footage that I was shot years ago in Austin. I was like, oh, great, perfect. Let's toss it in there.
That's so cool.
Man, what did you think about that first episode? That was some fun stuff, man. What did you think about that Leroy and Lewis burger on that first episode that we did?
Best burger I ever had. I ain't gonna lie. I've never had anything like it, just because pretty much all burgers are pretty standard across the board. I've never had anything with some kind of brisket chopped ends in it.
And I was particularly impressed with the the butter, the meat butter, the meat butter sticks. Yeah, we're fantastic.
Hey, welcome to episode 2 of Real Barbecue Adventures.
Coming in with that OG Red Bull just for the smeller.
We got a fun trip planned out today. We are headed right now to a ribbon cutting ceremony of a brand new toy shop. It's a place called Bat City Toys. Grand opening this weekend. So we're going to go see what they got and
hopefully get to cut the ribbon.
Hopefully get to cut the ribbon. Oh, I love it, man.
That's so cool, man.
You be John, you better pick up the slack. I won't belong to
that place is amazing, man.
Yeah.
That was my childhood. Everything in there.
If I only knew it'd be greener.
Oh, where that?
I'm trying something new. Let me know what you think of this intro for the people that we meet.
So Bat City Toys was started from a love of toys from my childhood on.
That's cool. I like it. I dig it.
I just started my own collection, and one day I looked at my wife and I said, boy, I've got so much here. One day I'm going to have to start a store. And I realized that, city of Austin is one of the few places in the state of Texas that didn't have a store of its own like this. Hence the name Bat City. I wanted to really tie it to Austin. and just have a place where collectors like myself can come and enjoy these toys, buy, sell, and trade, and not be left out, if you will, of the fun of this kind of collecting. Yeah, we're located off.
Anyways, I just wanted to give a quick little
That is
snippet
awesome,
there.
man.
What do you think?
I love it so far, dude. I can't wait to see the whole thing. Like I've got to see it,
dude. I was rolling on the freaking floor, like trying to edit that stuff, man.
I don't know how you even had the time to because we have a lot of footage when we're driving, and so I know that you have to watch it all before you have to pull the segments out that you want to use.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Like, when do you watch this? How do you have the time to do that?
I pretty much just take an hour a day out of the evening time, because after we have dinner,
footage.
Yeah, and just try to take just a little bit, not too much time away from the family on the weeknights, but just kind of playing around, But that's the hardest part. That's probably the most challenging part, is digging through all the footage and finding what works. And then once you get the interviews cut up, then you have your story. You got your meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
But then after that, you got to layer on your B-roll, everything that goes along with that, But
dude, I love it so far, dude.
What do you get, dude? Your one-liners, that's why I and it's a working title in progress. That's the car liners. But the reason the reason why I put that title, because I didn't even think about it, and I don't know if it's your accent or you meant to say it like that, but
the car lines.
Yeah, you said, you said car lines. And then as soon as you said, I said, why did he say car lines? And then you look at the actual food truck.
And it said car lines?
And it says car lines. But it's supposed to be Sweet Carolines. But he puts a snow cone in between car
and lines
for the O. The snow cone has to be the O part of it. And so we try to do a little spin-offs of goofy stuff like that for the title, just to
and I'll tell you, man, I'll share this right now with my man Chadillac in the chat.
Cadillac,
I'll share
like
this. I'll share this. That those first opening scenes, that was actually at the end of the day, and we were I don't know what it was, dude. We just couldn't get anything out.
Heat stroke.
So we had just finished, there were two things. We had just finished that snow cone. I was like, okay, because my GoPro's so old school that it was giving me some kind of glitches and stuff. So we waited till let's just try to charge it all day in the car, and we finally got enough charge. It was like, okay, it's at the end of the day. Let's try to do these intros.
Right. We were having a nightmare trying to keep that thing charged.
Yeah, but we were on such a sugar high.
I think that's
right after the snow cones, because we also had Red Bulls that morning too. We had Red Bulls, and then right after we ate some lunch,
and then we ate BBQ. I kind of picked and ate, but you destroyed that sandwich. So.
It looks good. It looks good.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We're just trying to go out and have fun with it.
Yeah. And we actually already have one episode, but we haven't dropped any of them. So I think the plan is. What do you think, Sean? The plan is we're trying to build the library up to at least 5. I think maybe.
Yeah, so
maybe more.
As long as we can get a date scheduled for our next shoot, I don't want to give too much away, but where I've been, who I've been in contact with. If we get our August,
lots of fun things coming.
Yeah, so there's lots of fun things coming. As long as we can keep it going with, because you got to just reach out to people and ask them, hey, can we come film at your shop? Hey, can we ask you interviews? That's all you got to do, because you miss 100% of the shots you never take. You start off with no, so you got to go out and ask. Just go out and do it. If you're a new YouTuber, just go out and ask. If you want to just don't be afraid. You got to just go out and do it. Your worst case scenario, don't get deterred, because every once in a while you're going to get people that are like, oh, I got to talk to my publicist. Like you said, like this kind of stuff you ran into, Chad. You're going to deal with that. You just got to let it roll off your shoulders and move on to the next, and
living in Central Texas, there's no issues finding places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
No.
and in addition to what you just said, be okay with taking no for an answer and leaving it at that.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse in the world than being like, but I'm a YouTuber. You should want to talk to me, and trying to force your way into people. And I'm not advising that to you guys. I'm sure you guys already know that. I'm just talking any up and comers out there. Like, I'm an influencer. Don't do any of that. Like, I have talked to a lot of I have gotten the direct emails of a lot of really popular comic book creators, including somebody like Alan Moore. And I have been told in no uncertain terms, essentially, directly from these people, like, hey, thanks for the offer, but I've said everything I have ever wanted to say about the comic book industry. I'm done. Yeah. And it sucks. I would love to have those people on my show, but they've done their due diligence and it's their choice, and they said no. So, you gotta be okay with people saying no.
Absolutely. I reached out to a bunch of toy companies today, and I got quick responses, believe it or not. I got a response. I went on Lego. I went to Lego and I jumped in the chat and I said, "Hey, how do you guys get, do you guys send out promos to, upcoming YouTubers to help promote your stuff on their channels?" And they're like, "Yeah, we sure do. How many subscribers you got?" I said, "Oh, I just broke 200. And they said, "Very cool. Awesome. Good for you. What a great start. Contact us when you hit 100,000 subscribers." We'll talk.
Yeah.
And it was such a reality check for me. Like, oh, okay, maybe that kind of stuff, because that's kind of my goal here. I'm not out really to make money, and I want to be able to just like do this kind of stuff where it's like, oh, cool, so-and-so sent me, Mattel sent me He-Man toys or something like that. I think that would be a blast, man. I think that would just be like, do that and then be like, hey, cool, I got some free swag. Or they sent me Hasbro sent me a board game. Hey, this was a really fun game. We did this and kind of just set it up and play a little bit. And then it's like I get to keep it for the family, I mean, just like that's kind of what I would like to get out of this. I don't know if, and then just to have fun and create fun content, because like these live streams, like I watch Joe Rogan, and he's got all the, those deep conversations covered with these people. And then I'll watch like people like Theo Vaughn, who's got silly stuff, and they talk about this and they talk about that. And I watch Geeks and Gamers and Friday Night Tights and all those kind of guys. And they talk about all the politics of Hollywood. And I love those guys because they're the guys who do the research and let me know, hey, these are the agendas, that these are the kind of, companies that are putting out for this stuff. So be aware. This is the kind of stuff, and Ben Shapiro and all those guys. And they're like, oh, this is the kind of stuff that they're putting out for your children. I've got kids, Trumpet's got kids. So I always try to be aware of that kind of stuff. I respect those guys, and I appreciate them for doing that, doing the research for us. But they've got all that stuff covered. And where I've had this conversation with Trump, and it's like, well, I just want to have fun. Let's just talk about 80s and 90s pop culture and, whatever, let's just go around and make some fun stuff and make some fun content and talk about the fun stuff, like Greater Austin Comic Con. Did you go over and talk to Larry Kinney, Chad?
I don't think so. No.
Do you know who Larry Kinney is?
The name sounds familiar.
So Larry Kinney did the voice of Count Chocula. He did the voice of Son of the Cocoa Bird from Cocoa Puffs, and he also did Thundercats and Silverhawks. And I mean, just this legend is just sitting there, in my opinion, because I love those 80s cartoons and I remember those commercials and all that fun stuff. Anyways, he was a great, super down to earth guy, super friendly, loved the guy to death. He gave me a great little interview for free. Everybody I talked to, I talked to all these. I just went up to him and said, hey, can I just ask you 3 random questions? And they're like, yeah, sure. There was only one guy where the publicist or whatever was sitting there and was like, well, we're going to have to talk to her publicist before you can talk to her. I was trying to get an interview with that lady from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. The one who's like, I'm on top of that rose. Remember that lady? Mm-hmm. Anyways, I couldn't get to her, but I got to some really cool people, and they were super nice and super gracious. Some really nice. So keep an eye out. Eventually, I'm doing segments on mine called Real Life Adventures. Let me see. I had my first one drop last Sunday, I believe. Let's just scroll down here. It's another. Oh, I hear them yawns. You guys tired? Are you guys tired?
That's my bad. I have to go here in a minute because I obviously clocked out of work as we started doing this. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so.
Oh snap! I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
But
That's all it is.
So I dropped this one here. This is the kind of stuff that I like to do. Go off on my own and
That's
do.
illegal. You're not supposed to be doing that.
It's Fan Expo in Dallas. So you know, it was cool. Lots of there was like the Cobra Kai cast was there, and a bunch of Star Wars Next Generation, all these cold cosplayers. Like I love that Ninja Turtles costume, and Star Wars guys. And these are some of the geeks and gamers kind of people, the people I follow. This is Drunk 3PO, super cool dude. He's best friend. He's pretty much besties with Gina Carano from The Mandalorian. So my brother turned me on to these guys. And these are the guys that kind of educate me. This is Comics Division. He does a lot of political stuff. He'll talk about politics. This is RK Outpost. He does a lot of cool stuff.
Right,
this is a lot because he drops an F-bomb like every 2 seconds.
You guys are awesome.
And this is Nerd Erotic. He's probably the most popular out of all of these guys. This is Young Rippa. He's a up and coming guy. He just broke $1 million. I mean, he makes these independent comics that are getting away from all the craziness that's going on with the comic world. Young Rippa, if you've never heard of him, he's got some great stuff going. This is Quarter Black Garrett. He's a funny guy. He's just part of the crew. This is Jeremy Griggs with Geeks and Gamers. Geeks and Gamers does a lot of fun stuff. They play video. They do Mario Kart, I think, every Tuesday night. They had a panel here at the Fan Expo, and then we got to just hang out. We got to just hang out with these guys afterwards. They're just super nice and super friendly, every one of them, and I didn't really know much about them at the time because I had just been introduced to them. But my brother's like, "Oh, you gotta listen, you gotta follow these guys," and so I'm just running around, just taking footage of them. I wish I would have got interviews with them, but again, I didn't know much about them. But they're really cool people to check out. They do a show on Fridays. They're actually probably still going on right now. It's called Friday Night Titan. If you're into that kind of stuff, where they'll educate you on, you know, the drama of Hollywood. It gets a little cumbersome after a while. You're just like, okay, I get it. Hollywood sucks. Disney sucks. Yada, yada, yada. I'm the kind of person where I get the concept, and that's all I really need. That's, you know,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's the kind of stuff I like to drop. I call those real life adventures over on my channel. So I'll get that Great Arsenal Comic Con, and then I went down to Austin Books and Comics. You ever been down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got an interview with a great guy down there, and then around next to that, there's Guzu Gallery, of course, and then Outlaw Moon. Outlaw Moon is a bomb. You ever been to Outlaw Moon?
Mm-hmm.
All right, several times. Cool. Have you been to this new place, Bat City, yet?
I have not been to Bat City Toys. I've been to Bat City Comics, which unfortunately had to close their doors and move because of the price of rent and taxes and stuff in Austin.
Bat City, I think they used to be located like right in front of Game Over, right?
Bat City Comics actually used to be located on Cesar Chavez. Pretty.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking
pretty
about the
down.
comic club.
Oh, no. This is Bat City Comic Book Professionals. Okay. They were actually a nonprofit store run to their charity helped benefit literacy programs around Austin. So they did lots of classes and stuff like that to teach kids how to read and write and, you know, storyboard comics and stuff like that. And they learned about that through comic books. But because of the taxes and rent and stuff, they had to move. So they're still active. They're located over in Bradenton, Florida. So I still have a hat from when I used to go to their store all the time. I still get my comics through them. They just ship them over to me. But it's a really good store. I have not gone to Bat City Toys yet. I live down here in Kyle.
Oh, snap.
I think I still have an old school Ice Bats hat.
Oh, Austin Ice Bats.
Mhm.
Good
Austin Ice
stuff, man.
Bats.
Back when they were at the what was that Expo Center? What
Yeah,
they call
the
that?
Expo Center.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would. Me and my wife when we first started dating went to a Austin Ice Bats game. That was fun. Good stuff.
That's back in the day.
Yeah, buddy. Austin Ice Bats. Love
You know, we're
it.
talking about burgers earlier. I think one of my favorite spots in Austin is Sandy's.
Oh yeah,
I've
classic.
never had that one.
Aren't
You've
they-
never had
Write that
Sandy's?
down. Let's write that down. Sean.
It's Sandy's and Dan's, right? There's the big.
Well, no, that's Dan's and Fran's. But
oh,
then
that's what
there's-
I'm confusing it with.
Yeah, but Sandy's is its own thing. It's over there off, you know where Peter Pan Golf is, the putt golf.
Lamar.
Yeah, that's Lamar and Barton Springs. If you keep taking Barton Springs past putt golf, it's down there across the street from the convention center, right next to a Whataburger. And you know how, like, when you're out on a road trip, the best place to go isn't the chain. The best place to go get something to eat is what looks like a broken down shack on the side of the highway that has a ton of cars out front and somehow is still open after all those years. Sandy's looks like a rundown shack on Barton Springs.
Right now, actually.
On Barton Springs, and is still in business to this day. So you got to go to Sandy's. That's just
called,
that's just a regular
Sandy's-
burger.
It's Sandy's Frozen Custard and Burgers.
Yep. That's the only place I'll get a traditional burger, fries, and a shake.
That's an old school looking joint, Sean.
Yeah.
Google them.
That's
it
Sandy's.
looks like you stand up on the outside of that window right there.
Mhm.
I think we can make it. I think we can try to make that one.
Love it,
Yep.
man. Looks delicious. I love that
Go
Yeah,
have
you
a
got-
school
burger.
building.
You got to get
That
your burger,
sounds-
fries, and a shake, and that's pretty close to.
I can picture your drone shots off that sign.
Yeah, got a burger to go with that shake.
Yeah, it's pretty close to Auditorium Shores down there by like the Stevie Ray Vaughan statue and all
Okay.
that stuff. So like, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
It looks
That's
like that
great.
place has been around for a
Oh,
long
there you
time.
go. I love the old school fries. Just the
Yep.
simple.
And it's an old school greasy burger, but it's so good. And like I said, you got to get a shake when you go there.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Frozen
I'm all
custard
about that
and root
classic
beer.
vanilla shake, man.
Mhm.
I'm the same way. I'm a OG vanilla
Just
flavor
give me
there.
a vanilla shake, man.
Frozen
It's
custard
like-
and root beer.
Yeah,
Like
a lot of
here-
people. No, go
Like the best burgers that I like that are pretty close to me currently is I gotta go Mighty Fine. Mighty Fine Burgers, they do it right. It's very simple, delicious. They don't overcomplicate it, and I think that's the secret when it comes to the perfect burger. Shark Burger is like that as well. Shark Burger's got some fantastic burgers.
I am a fan of Shark's Burger.
You know what I need to go to is I've passed by it a couple of times, and I'm not a transport to Austin. I was born in Austin. I was born and raised here. I still haven't been to Top Notch.
Yeah, I haven't either. There was
yeah,
a
I've
couple
been
of
there.
movies filmed at that one, I think.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
freaking oh, what's the movie with
Hold on. Before you say it. Our next trivia question quote of the night is, "All right, all right, all right."
Yeah,
That's
that
what I
guy.
love about these high school girls.
There was a
They get older, I stay the
movie.
same age.
There was a Friday Night Lights was filmed there as well, right?
Really?
Top Notch. Yeah.
You know, my wife was an extra in 2 of those episodes. Of,
Yeah, I'm not
Friday
talking
Night
about.
Lights.
I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the actual movie.
Oh snap! I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's Top Notch Burgers right there. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been in there. Are they still
where
around?
he's like there, and she's like, he's trying to mac on her, and she's like,
I never saw
"Hey,
it.
everybody, the star quarterback's here. Y'all come say hi to him." That's Top Notch Burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, Top Notch. The drive-in scenes, getting the burgers from Dazed and Confused. That's on there.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's exactly right. I've been inside. They have the paddle, Ben Affleck's paddle.
Oh,
on there.
nice.
Yeah, that has the FUQ. I don't know if you remember it from the movie, but he wrote FUQU on the paddle. And I'm not going to say it out loud, but you all can spell, right? FUQ-U. But yeah, it's a cool place, man. I went a long time ago. It's been a minute. One of the places that I miss that's no longer around is called Players. Do you remember Players?
I
Did you
remember
ever go-
Players. I never went.
It sounds
Oh.
very familiar.
It was on
Sounds
UT
very
campus,
familiar.
right at Guadalupe and MLK. and I have a lot of fun memories from when we were kids. When we were kids, we used to go there all the time because
honestly, like I didn't eat at a lot of places downtown Austin other than like that pizza joint that was on 6th Street at the end of the night when I'm trying to sober up to drive home. But other than that, man, I really didn't go downtown to eat anything.
Oh no, man! You gotta
Northwest.
You got to do some, even like some of the classic spots that are very touristy are still like worth it to locals. Is like, if you go over to One in a Million and get a breakfast taco over there and a handshake.
We go there. I remember when Man vs. Food. Did you ever watch that episode? Man vs. Food made an appearance there, where they have a challenge where if you, I think you can eat as many tacos. Or some breakfast tacos or something like that, and I think it was the record was like 30, and he didn't make it. But Man vs. Food was there. That's a pretty popular place. It was good. It's good. It's reasonably priced too. Even the fact that they were on television.
There's lots of really good spots in Austin that I think a lot of people don't go to, but there's also like the touristy spots that are good, but I don't think worth the wait. Like Franklin's, for instance, always has a line out the door, and they're good, but I don't know if I'd wait that long for Franklin's. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
for sure. We're the same way. It's. We've talked about that before. Do we really want to go down there? Where we are thinking about making a trip to is in Lexington to Snow's Barbecue. Oh. Have you heard of Snow's Barbecue, Chad? So it's about an hour and a half away from here, Lexington, Texas. Snow's Barbecue. I got to take this off real quick just in case something naughty pops up. I always like that's one of the tips that my brother's like, hey, don't show your screen until you get your stuff pulled up because you never know what's going to pull up on Google. So that's a tip that I took from my brother. So thank you, the Chad.
The Cadillac and Cadillac.
Yeah. That's it. So this is Snow's Barbecue. Really cool. I went one time with my father-in-law and some of his buddies.
I'd like to go and eat it there.
I guess they're my buddies now too. But yeah, it's cool. There's a long line, but you know what's? I won't do it for Franklin's because it's on hot concrete, and you're sitting out there in just the hot sun, waiting, whatever. But this place is kind of in the country, right? So it's just a big. You can see here, it's just kind of a big dirt parking lot.
Reminds me of Cooper's Old Time Pit Barbecue in Llano, Texas.
Okay, I've never been there. I know you said. I think Trumpet, you may have mentioned Llano before. But this place, you know what? They're in a documentary on Netflix called, I forget what it's called, but there's an old lady who's probably 85 years old who still runs the pits.
Yeah.
Here.
Tootsie.
Yeah. So you've seen it.
Another one, Sean, there's another one close to Fort Worth up that way that's called Goldie's. I really want to go to Goldie's, man.
Goldie's.
The dudes hit top #1 on Texas Monthly, and they're our age.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes, I'd like to go up there and eat there and hang out and meet them and have a really good time there. We can make a day trip out of it. Leave early, get there, eat, hang out, and then come home.
If you haven't already, you should go to Myers in Elgin.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Myers. And then there's Southside Market. Myers is further east of Southside Market, the original location.
Yeah, they're more well known for their sausage, but their sausage is delicious.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%.
Well, I gotta head out, guys. So I apologize to end that conversation so abruptly, but I am needing some food.
Yeah, man, go get you some. You're finally off work. Go grab you a bourbon. Hey, you know what, Chad? I'm gonna be doing a 10:30 p.m. stream on Twitch, where we're gonna watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? So if you're interested, man, feel free to hop on. I'll let me know, and I'll share that link in the chat again. If you'll be around, if you feel like it, man, just hop on, and love to have you. That's kind of like my late night show, so things are a lot more mellow. I'm a few more beers in, so it gets a little bit more interesting. But yeah, we watch replays of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Feel free to jump, but to get there, go to my about page on my YouTube, and you'll see the link to my Twitch there.
Okay.
And if you just want to join in the chat or whatever, but if you are interested in, would love to have you either way, man. So
I'll consider it for the future. It's probably not tonight though. I work from home, so I've literally been in this spot for the past like 8 to 9 hours. So I'm done being in front of the computer for the rest of the night.
okay, are you going out tonight? You gonna do anything fun?
No. I'm on a new job, so I got laid off from my old job that I was with for 5 years, but I already got a new job. But in the interim, obviously, I had to pay some bills, so I'm waiting for the pay cycle to kick in and get back up to snuff. So I'm a homebody for the next couple of weeks. But
so what are you doing? Are you watching flicks? Are you watching? What are you watching? What's your
the Flash TV show just ended officially. I stopped watching several seasons ago, but now that it's all out on Netflix, I'm binging that. Or
I need to finish that too. I didn't hear it was done, but I left off on, I can't remember what season. They had just finished whatever, Earth 2 or something like that. I think it was the last one.
Earth 2 was season 2.
Okay, well maybe it was season 2. Maybe yeah. I guess I'm so behind. How many seasons are there?
9.
Oh snap! Okay, I'm a little behind. I'm
slogging through. It's a pain at the point I'm at, but I'm determined to at least say I finished the whole thing.
There you go, buddy. I was the same way with Supernatural, so
Yeah.
I understand completely. That was on for 15 seasons.
Yeah.
So well, thank you, Chad, for joining us. I really appreciate it. Yeah, feel free to jump on later if you want. If not, we'll catch you next time. But it was great to everybody check out and go subscribe to the Lantern Cast and host of. I'm just reading your
Creative Credit Podcast. Both of them are audio podcasts available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you find podcasts. So
beautiful, cool, man.
Sure.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. All right.
Yep. Thanks for having me. And speaking of Supernatural, carry on, Wayward Sons.
Love it. Peace out, brother.
Yeah.
Cool dude, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's my first... But scene, you have to send it to me, dude. I've got to see it, dude. I can't wait 2-3 months for it, man.
No. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you right now.
I would really love to watch.
Yeah, you're gonna have a good time. Just wait till the end. I even tossed a couple of bloopers at the end that are just gonna it levels it out right at the 11-minute. I think it's 11 minutes or just 12 minutes. So
that's great, man. That's great.
Yeah. We jump from there to the snow cone place, obviously, and then we for the next. I got to figure out because I haven't been able to sift through all the GoPro footage. But I don't think we did. I don't know if I'll have another exit for
and that's what we were trying to do. Like, oh dude, I don't think we had any exits.
Yeah, we got
and we were almost at your house to drop you off, and I was like, man, I don't think we did enough, did we?
Yeah, we'll see. I'll dig through it. Worst case scenario, I don't want to reshoot anything like that because we were in the moment and that dude, that was, we had so much fun in that GoPro. Wait do you watch? Just what? It's funny because it's like, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but the fun for me when I'm watching it, I'm laughing, I'm cutting up. We're having the most fun with just us in the car, and we're cracking up and laughing. And then we go and we're there to promote businesses and help them out and everything. And it's cool. And so I walk around and I like talk to people and interact with people and stuff like that. So it's fun. And then we get back, then we go straight to that snow cone. Dude,
so I think what you're doing, like, you're going to take the BBQ and pair it up with the
other place.
I
don't want to see. Yeah. Wackos. Yeah. We'll call it Wackos. Yeah. I'll pair that up because yeah, exactly.
I thought originally that would be a great idea.
Absolutely. Because we kind of specialized in this, we kind of gave these guys a little bit of a highlight because we're gonna go there tomorrow. Actually, I'm taking the boys because I didn't get a chance to really just like enjoy
see what they
it.
had.
That's the.
It's a good thing that I didn't buy my Ninja Turtles there because they were priced at like
$25.
They were priced kind of high, but I got all four kind of very good price. Actually, I got to open them. I haven't even opened them. They just arrived.
Like $10 a pop, right? Probably.
Yeah, that's kind of what they came out to be. Yeah.
That's what I got off of Amazon, a 4-pack of the villains of Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady and all those guys for $40.
Yeah, I got them. I've got them on Amazon. All 4 turtles.
Cool.
And that's
I didn't tell you this.
they were priced at.
I ordered some more of those mutating Ninja Turtles. The ones that turned into pizza. Remember that? Yeah, so I got a few of those coming. Last trivia question of the night. It's a hard one. All I want to do is graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die. It's a 90s movie. A lot of people probably won't know it, but it's an obscure, I guess it's kind of an obscure movie, but I remember it well. Well, not that.
I think I know that one.
Oh, really? All right.
I just dropped it. I don't know if it's right or not, but
waiting.
I don't know why my messages aren't dropped. Oh, there it is. Maybe not. Probably not.
You're on the ditzy blonde. I'm not. That's not correct. I'll tell you that. Just right out of the gate. But
yeah, I won't know that one.
Yeah, it's an obscure. It's not. I can't say it. I can't say.
Yeah, you'll be doing one down here in a few.
We didn't even get to my topics for tonight. In the top 3 movies. We didn't even get to that tonight, but it's already 8:19. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, my friend. Because I want to go spend some time with the family real quick, but I'll save it for another night.
The top 3.
Yeah, my top 3. What's your top 3? You got it? Did you think about
it? While we were talking, I came up with a few. So, all right. So there's like a I don't know if you've even heard of it, but there's a creepy ass movie. It's a French flick. You'd have to read it while you watch it, but it's called Martyrs. That's got to be one of my favorite creepy films.
You got to be kidding me. Yeah, we talked about this when you and I first met, and that's how I knew you and I were kind of kindred spirits. It's like, really? You know about that movie?
So you know that one. Okay, so you know that one.
Yes, I know that one.
Yeah. And then action style, and I try to break it down like, okay,
genres.
Scary, action, funny, one of each. And this is just popping off the top of my head. Now, after a few more drinks and a few more conversation, my list would completely change, I think. But action wise, would have to be 300. That is just a badass movie.
I love that movie. Good choice.
And then what I also consider, and what a lot of movie critics consider to be the perfect movie. I don't even think I have to name it because you should know what that is.
Technically, what they think the recently is the perfect movie.
It's an 80s movie.
I think when I was in film school, it was Vertigo was what they said, and then they changed it to Psycho recently because we did the. Go ahead.
Yeah. So mine is the original Back to the Future.
Oh yeah,
that's
awesome.
That's a perfect movie. Everything in it is great, man. It's just a great ride. Even today. Is a great one. But watch it right now. I'm laughing just the way I did when I first watched it.
Yeah. Awesome. You mentioned perfect movie. There's a documentary on the perfect movie. They called it. Anyways, what they deemed the perfect movie in this documentary was Galaxy Quest. Have you ever seen Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver?
I started watching it. They had it. I want to say they had it on Tubi or Netflix, and for like 3 nights in a row, my wife was watching it, and like I would watch it, but I'd fall asleep. But it was a great movie. I remember it being great. Like, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna finish it tonight.
Galaxy Quest.
Then I fall asleep again.
That's
me,
Yeah, there's a whole documentary I think on Prime. You can watch it. It's called, what is it called? Just look up Galaxy Quest documentary, and it's really great. It takes you through why it's the perfect movie. It's cool, man. It's a good one. Since we're talking about it, let's just go ahead and go through it. My number 3 is Ready Player One.
Oh yeah, that's great.
because I love the book so much. The audio book, it meant so much to me, and then the movie meant so much to me. Ready Player One was my number three.
One.
Yeah, my number three, and then my number two. What do you think my number two is?
Man, I don't know because if you're anything like me, it could go anywhere. Is it comedy? Is it horror? Is it classic 90s pop, 80s classics? There ain't no telling, man. Because honestly, like I should have put. I just thought of another one, but I can't remember the name of it right now.
Everything I pick is I don't know. This when I think of these movies, I get such nostalgic, and this was a perfect movie. All three of these are perfect movies in my opinion. My number two. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Point Break. Yeah, Point Break. Yeah.
Point Break's my number. That's my number two, man. It's got everything in it. Everything. So much fun. So
that's where he takes that last Maverick. That last Maverick that he rides.
That's it.
He disappears. But then he washes up in a beach somewhere up in Oklahoma, and he's a bouncer. 6 months later. That's one of the most awesome all-time badass movies ever, man.
It's a great one, man. That is a great flick too. That's another one
that I just watched recently. It's called No Retreat, No Surrender.
Oh yeah, classic, bro. Classic
I didn't know that movie was made in '84.
You're kidding me.
When you watch it, it feels like it was even older than that. I mean, the sound sucks, and it's got the classic ass sound. Like such a badass movie, man.
Van Damme and whoever that you talking about this one?
No Retreat, No Surrender. It's on Amazon right now. It's on their homepage. Yeah, that's
it had
the one.
Van Damme as like the Russian, right?
Yeah, he was the villain.
Yeah. Retreat, and I remember this kid, whoever this kid was. Yeah, because he kept dreaming about Bruce Lee, right? Yeah.
Bruce Lee actually comes and trains him.
Yes.
His spirit.
His spirit, yeah. But that wasn't really Bruce Lee, right?
No,
Bruce Lee was dead right there. Yeah, this was a great. This was right in that era between that and American Ninja movies. I don't know why I watched those American Ninja movies.
Yeah, American Ninja was good, and then you gotta put Mission Impossible, or no, not Mission Impossible. Missing in Action, Chuck Norris movies.
I didn't watch a lot of Chuck Norris.
Oh
movies.
My god, dude! Have you ever seen Lone Wolf McQuade?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta see that. Lone Wolf McQuade. I think it's on Tubi or Netflix.
Okay.
It's a Chuck Norris movie. It's freaking hilarious, man. It's great though. It is fucking great, man.
Anything he came. I think I don't know if it's passed already, but he's coming here, not to Austin, but to the a local Comic-Con and like.
That would be cool.
Yeah, he's coming here soon. If not, it might have already passed. It's some Comic-Con in. Not Belton. What is the other? Maybe it's Belton. Yeah, I think there's a Belton Comic-Con. He's in there. But yeah, that would be awesome to meet Chuck Norris because he's such a legend, right? I mean, cool. But my number one. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah,
number one, and you know this because we talked about this when we first met. My number one movie is Hot Fuzz.
Oh yeah, Hot Fuzz. Yeah.
That is my favorite movie of all freaking time, man. I love
I gotta
everything.
Go back and watch it again, man. Hot Fuzz.
I can watch it every time and never get tired of it. Yeah,
I know. I know what you mean, man. There's so many movies out there that I've watched that could be, it's crazy, man.
It has
I just love movies, man.
It has a build and a long, slender neck.
I mean, I go all over the place when it comes to movies. Like there was this Netflix movie that I watched. It was called Where the Crawdads Cry or something like that.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that.
That's a great movie, man. That is just a great freaking movie.
Really?
Oh, and Forrest Gump. Why didn't I put Forrest Gump on my list? That's a great movie.
Forrest Gump's that's a great. That's in my. I don't know if it's in my top 5, but it's classic. I mean, anything. That's the thing with Spielberg though. Like Spielberg and George Zemeckis. Well, George Zemeckis did Back to the Future. But anything Spielberg touches is gold. E.T. Come on. I mean, as a child watching E.T., that was great. But anything he does is good stuff. For sure. But those are my top 3. So there you go. And now you know that. All right.
And now I know that.
Answers
All right,
to,
man.
well, real quick before you head out, answers to the trivia questions. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. Let me go to my banners. I'm clicking on the comments. What am I doing? You had me at hello. I think you answered this one correctly. Jerry Maguire with Tom Cruise. Correct. You had me at hello, Jerry Maguire. Question number 2. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. That was The Godfather.
The Godfather.
The Godfather. I don't remember which one. It was one of those.
I think it was the original.
Maybe so. You're Killing Me, Smalls. Obviously. Which one is that? What do you got? Sandlot. Classic. And then finally, this last one. All I want to do is graduate from high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
Dude, I don't know that one.
I mean,
I know I'm gonna know it whenever you say it.
It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh shit! You know who I was picturing saying that? Julia Roberts. It sounded like something Julia Roberts would have said back in the day.
Well, but you pick Clueless, but I can also see Alicia Silverstone saying something dumb like that. That was on my last stream. That was one of my Clueless's, my first one. You're a virgin who can't drive. That was my first trivia night question quote. That's Clueless. Clueless is great.
That's still a great movie too, by the way.
Absolutely. Cool, brother. Well, let's get out of here. It's 8:30. Man, we did a 2-hour stream.
Yeah, you knocked out 2 hours, man. You got 1 minute left to knock out that 2 hour. I'll jump off so you can do your outro, and then you'll be a 2-hour show guy.
Cool, man.
Peace out, Pete.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining, brother. Keeping me company. We'll see you later, man.
All right, take care, scene.
See you, buddy. I'll send you that stuff. Bye. All right. So thanks for everybody for joining us tonight. Make sure you stick around for the Real Life Perspective late night show where we're gonna watch Are You Afraid of the Dark at 10:30 on Twitch. If you need to know where that's at, you know what? I'm a grown up, so they say. I can just drop the Twitch link real quick in my chat here. So let's just do that real quick. Please, if you missed this happy hour show, this is the link to, it's twitch.tv/real life perspective. That's REEL. But come join us tonight. We're going to keep partying and celebrate some more 25th anniversary Funko Pops and have a good time tonight on Twitch. So thanks for joining us, everybody. And this has been the Real Life Perspective Show. Peace.
Well, I hang my head on New York City.